Hello, what's going on, everyone? Sorry I'm not here. All right. I know the sub is doing a great job today. Please treat that person with the utmost of respect for me. Okay. Happy Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure when you're watching this. So, oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Okay. This is the beginning of our Unit 6 notes. All right. In Unit 6, we're going to talk a lot about, you know, displays. Today we're talking about histograms. We'll talk about bar graphs, and a bar graph, actually a histogram is a type of bar graph. We'll talk about pie graphs, and we're going to do a little bit of do a project for this unit instead of a test. All right. Yahoo, I know you're excited. Speaking of projects, today in class, you should be working on this project when you're done with the notes or done with the homework. If you want to work on your project first, that is totally fine. Please make sure to share those projects with me. Remember, on Monday in class, big carnival day, where you need to have your projects ready to go so we can play them in class. We'll walk around the class, play the projects, play the games, and I'll bring in some candy. I'm not bringing cotton candy. Let's be realistic here. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, let's get started. Let's talk about histograms. Let's get ready and to talk to it because today is a fun day. My name, well, you already know. All right. Today we're going to discuss histograms. All right. Like I said before, a histogram is a bar graph that takes a list of numbers and divides it into equal size groups and shows the frequency, which is how many numbers fall into that group. So here are the steps into the histogram. I wrote them all out for you. We're obviously going to do one together, okay? First thing you need to do is count up all the pieces of information you have. Count up all the numbers, okay? Next thing you need to do to determine the number of classes you need is take the square root of that number and then round up, no matter what. It's 5.3, round up to 6. After that, find the range. Take the highest or greatest number, the maximum, and subtract the minimum from it. All right? And to find your class size, you divide your range by the number of classes and round up again. You want to choose class intervals so that no information overlaps. All right, that means falls into 2 different classes. A lot of information. Are you ready to do one? They're not that bad. Okay. Ready? Let's talk to it. Here we go. So the following table, all these numbers, represents the weights of 30 randomly selected high school seniors. Make a histogram of this data. So here are all of our numbers. Okay. Here's all of our information. Now it says up here that there are, that there are 30 randomly chosen high school seniors. So I do not need to count up all these numbers. I obviously know there's 30. If it does not say, then you should be counting. So how many pieces of information are there? There's 30. Okay? How many classes will we need? So to determine the number of classes, take the square root of the pieces of information. The square root of 30 is about 5.47, which we're going to round up always to 6. To find the range, I look for my highest number. All right, here our highest number is 260, and subtract my lowest number. My lowest number here is 100. So the range is max minus min. Okay, that's different. Here we go, max minus min, which is 260 minus 100, which equals 160. All right, the range tells us our range. Yeah, right? Okay, so to determine the class size, I do the range. The range helps us find our class size divided by the number of classes. So I do 160 divided by 6, which is 26.7, which we'll say is 27. So what are these class sizes? All right, so when we make our table, okay, classes are our class sizes. Oh, sorry about that noise. All right, so what are the class sizes? The classes are our class sizes. Well, yeah, all right. A class is what we write on our table here. Okay, it helps us, organize our information. A class size is our information being organized, our data. So my lowest number was 100. Remember this, what this bracket means from last year? It means equal. All right, I want this lowest number here to be equal. That means I can include 100 within my data set. And I'm going to add 27. That 27, again, was my class size right here. So this number is 127. And I want to put a parentheses around that because I'm not going to include 127 in this class. I'm going to include it in the next. 127, add 27 to get 154. Soft close. 154, add 27, 181. Okay. 181, add 27, sorry, it's hard to write, 208. All right. 208, add 27 to, oops, let's make that red. 235, soft close. 235, add 27. I'm missing one. Hold on a second. I got 100 at 27, 124 at 154, 181. There it is. Okay, sorry about that. All right, you all are going to be mad at me. I made a little mistake. All right, everyone makes mistake. Everyone has those days. Okay, after this 181, it should be, I don't know why I didn't write this down. It should be 181 here. And then add 27 to get 208 there. Sorry, Julia. Okay, I know. All right, 235, add 27 to get 262. All right, again, I'll read these numbers off. 100, 127, 127, 154, 154, 181, 181, 208, 208, 235, 235, 262. Okay? Frequency. All right. The frequency is the more tedious part. All right. I want to find all my pieces of information. Okay. Every single piece of information that lies within my class size, within my class. Okay. So I looked for all the numbers that are between 100 and 127 up here, and I count them up. I do not include 127 in this first class. All right, I do not include it because it has that parentheses, because it's that soft close. So if you look here, I counted up 8 for the first class. In the second class, I do include a 127 and go to 154. I counted 5. The next one, I go 154 to 181, count up all numbers. I go 7. I found 7, 2, and 1. All right. Okay. When we make a histogram, we're going to take all of these and plot it in a bar graph. Okay, and plot it on our graph. All right. You want to label your y-axis, your frequency. If I could write that word. Let's try that one more time. Frequency and whatever you're measuring here. We're measuring weight here, so my weight will go downstairs. Okay, my weight will go downstairs. My frequency goes here. Okay, now the frequency, all right, the frequency, our highest number was 8. So that means I need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buckets. 8. Okay, you need 8 ticks on the right. Okay. This part is a little trickier. I wish I was writing it with the pen here. Let's see what I can do. No, I'm just gonna have to talk to it. Okay, here we go. Because our first class starts at 100, I need to make this little jagged edge to know that I am skipping to 100. It's a little bit like that. Okay, it's hard to write with the pen. All right, and then my first number was 100. 100. Next number, 127, 154, 181, 208. You usually have some more space if possible. 235, and lastly, 262. Okay. All right. Now, when you're making your histogram, okay, you make little bar graphs. All right. So my first one, the frequency was 8. So I go up to 8, draw my line across, and drop it down, just like that. You connect your frequencies. Oh, buckets. That's 127. My next one from 127 to 154, the frequency was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I go make a line at 5 and bring this line from 154 up to 5. From 154 to 181, I had 7. So I go up to 7, draw it up, just like that. From 181 to 208, I also had 7. So I make it even. From 208 to 235, I had 2. And from 235 to 262, I had 1. And that's it. That's how you make the histogram. I know mine is very sloppy. Sorry about that. I apologize. It's hard to write with your finger on this touchscreen. So you're just going to have to bear with me. All right. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. All right. I hope that you have a good day tomorrow or a good day. Have a good rest of the class period today, and don't give this up too much trouble. All right. If you have any questions, I know I'll be receiving an email from a couple of you complaining about something, so I'll expect that. But if you have any questions on your project or on the notes or what have you, please feel free to email me. The notes will be on my website, as well the homework and the homework key to check your work. All right. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you all on Monday.